Hi, my name is Paul and I am here today to talk to you about the PGCert in Enterprise Skills that I've been developing with Trinity St David for the past year. I consider myself to be a human being, entrepreneur and academic, and the order is really important. Now, the reason why I say this is because what I want to do is to teach you the competencies that I have been using in my businesses for the past 40 years. I've been running a business of some sort or another most of my adult life, in fact, a little bit before that too. I've run video game businesses ostensibly. My biggest hits have been games like Micro Machines, which are made for the Mega Drive and Game Boy. And I've also more recently done versions of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Family Fortunes. I've actually sold two of my businesses to companies traded on stock markets around the world. Now, I tell you these things not as a way of bragging, but to give you some insight that it is possible to use the sort of competencies I have in ways that can generate money, but also to generate fun and things that you are going to be proud of going forward into the future. Together with my colleagues Hazel and Felicity, we have worked through a framework which is called Entrecomp. Entrecomp has identified 15 competencies that are used by entrepreneurs throughout the world to create successful enterprises. These competencies are broadly split into three. The first 5 set of competencies are all about creating ideas and kind of spotting opportunities. This is the idea that you'll be developing to make into your fully fledged enterprise. We then move on into resources. So resources is how we corral the stuff that we need to make our enterprise a success. These are not always the obvious things about money. It can be to do with how you get people to become motivated with your work, as well as identifying internally how you create self-efficacy. Finally, we've got the into action section, which is another 5 competencies. And this is where once you've started the enterprise running, you might be needing to learn from the experience, cope with the risk and uncertainty that running an enterprise entails, as well as taking any initiative or doing some project management. Our course is intended to help you set up an enterprise of your own. We're going to walk you through all of these competencies and get you to reflect on how you can implement them to create your own startup. Now, this startup need not be something that's focused on creating money. We quite often see startup behavior associated with establishing a successful charity or social enterprise. You could also be working within a big institution like the NHS or the police force and realise that there are huge pots of money that could be used to run an internal project. Finally, of course, you could be setting up a business of your own to make money and buy that Range Rover that you've always dreamed of. The point is that for each of these sort of enterprises, successful entrepreneurs use these competencies that we are trying to train you into using. Our course is delivered 100% online. We're actually using the very latest features of the Microsoft Office 365 suite, for which you will be given a subscription to become part of as well. We're expecting to build a community of learners, of people who are in the same position as you. You'll have people like myself and my colleagues to also just sort of guide you with some live sessions, again, all delivered through the Microsoft Teams environment. The materials that we've created for you have been done in this kind of informal sort of way that I'm talking to you now. We've got a collection of videos, we have interactive quizzes, we can also have this idea that we can collect case studies together. Ultimately, what we hope that you're going to be doing with this course is to create your own startup. And one idea that we're trying to promote with this is this idea that you're creating a handbook for your business going forward. All of our materials are presented using Microsoft OneNote. OneNote is included as part of your subscription. It can do some pretty funky things. So, for instance, all of our material is presented in both English and in Welsh. You're given a copy of all the materials as part of the course, and you can actually edit them in any way you like. So, for instance, if you wanted to add your own notes, you can do things like highlighting particular parts of the text that you're interested in. And also a pretty amazing feature, if you've got a tablet or a touchscreen device, you can actually write and annotate just as though it was paper, using what is known in the business as digital ink. The OneNote presentation allows you to do reading in a traditional sort of way, but we can also embed videos that come from YouTube and also start the videos that we've created, like the one that you're watching now. That ends my quick run through of the PGCert in Enterprise Skills. Now, I hope it's given you some interest, and if you are interested, then please don't hesitate to contact me. My email is up on screen now. Good luck in whatever enterprise you go for in the future, and hopefully I'll see you soon.